Something else I showed you in class was a different way to create columns on your page. Let me just clean this up. So these three columns are threaded together. You'll remember, let me hide this stuff. By the way, Command 0 centers the page. Command 3 hides things just like it did in Adobe Illustrator. I'm just going to hide all this for a second. So these three columns are each made from their own text box, and they are threaded together. I think you remember when we learned how to do this. If you don't need that, if your columns, if you're going for something a little more structured, I'm going to delete these. Because the text is threaded together, it's still here. See, it's still stored right here. Watch, I'll make this a single column across the page. Now, I just want to remind you that I am in Essentials Classic. And in Essentials Classic, this is up here. If you're in the other view, it'll be over here. But here is the number of columns tool. So I'm going to change, with this selected, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. Now, I just want to remind you, this is the gutter space. And I'm deliberately making my gutter space here that I'm creating match the gutter space on the grid that I created when I set up the document. I want these two numbers to be the same, 1 pica, 1 pica, because I want these grid lines to line up. I want that to make sense. But now what you're looking at is a single column that can rise and fall. The top is going to be nice and even. And if I want to move this, I'm not going to use the return key. If I'm on an extended keyboard, I'm going to use the Enter key. It's the lower right-hand key on your numeric keypad. If I'm not, if I'm on a laptop or if I'm on a computer that doesn't have an extended keyboard, it's the FN key, which is in the lower right-hand corner of the keyboard. It's FN plus return. So FN plus return pushes this up to the top of the next column. And so I don't want to break these entries. I want a single entry per. I don't want to break from the bottom of one column to the top of another. But this is just another way to create multiple columns on a page. And you say, well, which one do I use? And I say, depends on your layout, depends on what you want the type to do. But it's just there's always more than one way to do stuff in Adobe products.